Good morning. It is a beautiful morning. End of January. We're finally getting some nice winter temperatures. I'm out for a walk with the dogs, of course. A little later because it's a Saturday. But I've been thinking a little bit lately because it is the time of year where most of us are hunkered down, at night because it's dark inside, dreaming of spring, summer, fall adventures. And the intent of my videos is always to inspire people to try and do new things. And one of my videos a couple weeks ago was about doing the thing. And that is a broad umbrella, meaning anything. And so I have some advice for anyone who is thinking about adventuring this summer. So I got back into canoe camping, I would say in a bigger way last year than in the last 10 or 15. And it was so amazing. And kind of, I felt some regrets about not doing it earlier. And so here's my advice. If you watch any outdoor videos and you're sitting on your couch or wherever you watch them, and you're thinking, oh, that's so cool. I'd love to do that. They look like they're having so much fun. That looks like such an adventure. Oh, that looks really hard. I wonder if I could do it. Oh, that looks really hard. Not a lot of fun. I wonder if I can handle that. Here's my advice. Don't wait. Here are some initial steps that you can take to do the thing. This time of year is amazing because although we are, in the throes of winter, which I absolutely love and thrive, there is a season of outdoor adventure shows to help get you started with gear, with advice from the experts who do this kind of thing for a living. So people like Kevin Callan, who I had the pleasure of not working directly with, but working at the same place for a long time. And so we've known him kind of indirectly for years, and he was our inspiration to start canoe camping. People like Tori Baird from Paddle Like a Girl, which is huge for me because kind of, women weren't typically the ones out adventuring, especially solo, which I did this year. And if you are on the fence right now about whether you want to be a solo adventurer, I say definitely do it. But of course, do your homework and prepare. So go to an adventure show. There's one in Hamilton. I think actually it's this weekend, so you're going to miss it by the time you see this video. But there's one in Toronto on February 21st to the 23rd, which has a lot of really amazing vendors, outfitters, speakers to help motivate and inspire you. If you are feeling money constraints, I totally get that, especially if you're starting from zero, because it can be a lot, but you can rent all of the gear. So if you live in Southern Ontario like me, you can go to Algonquin Outfitters and other outfitters and rent gear, including your boats, paddles, if paddling is what you want to do. Or what I suggest is go with someone. So I know it seems maybe a little tacky, but invite yourself. Doesn't hurt to ask. Most people, I don't want my inbox flooded with requests, but I welcome it. Most people will say yes because we've been there, done that. know what it's like. And I want to encourage other people to do it. Maybe you want to get into snowshoeing. Ask somebody to borrow a pair of snowshoes. I'm not much of a skier. I will admit it. I actually don't like it at all. I'll do it, but I don't love it. I'd much prefer to snowshoe. And in the wintertime, I snowshoe every day. So outfit yourself with some warm clothes. Doesn't have to be fancy. The jacket I'm wearing is 6 or 7 years old now at least. This hat, 15 years old. You know, it doesn't have to be new or fancy. I do have a pretty good pair of snowshoes because I do wear them every day, but borrow some from somebody else, try it out, see if you like it, and then save your money. You don't even have to buy fancy to start. And same with any outdoor gear. We are constantly upgrading, updating, you know, and only when it makes sense, watch for sales and start simple. So there are so many good online courses that you can take now. I know Camper Christina has some winter camping and even good tips for summer camping. So yeah, like tap into free resources. I know they're not all free, but you know, you have to do your research, you have to prepare, you have to learn, and then at some point the scale has to tip and you just have to do it. And I would say don't start with something really hard. Start with something easy. So here's a good example. For my first solo canoe trip, I had been canoe tripping for a number of years. I knew what I needed to do, but I was afraid of going by myself for a number of different reasons. But then once I did it, I realized that I could have done a lot more. So that first confidence building step is really important. You don't want to do something so hard that you get discouraged. You want to start small. You know, it's that whole walk before you run theory. So walk or crawl, right? Maybe if you've never been camping before, go car camping for the first time. See, you know, what it's like. Practice setting up your tent, setting up your kind of sleep system inside your tent. Do all that kind of stuff. Car camping. The beauty of that is it's an easy out. If the weather gets bad or you're not loving it, you could dehydrate your meals and just pack like you would if you were going interior. Maybe go on a hike to emulate a portage or go somewhere where you have to carry your canoe and then build from there. So your next trip could be, you know, a trip with a tiny little portage, you know, maybe a couple 100 meters. That's it. Nothing serious, so that you get a taste. And you got to build. And I'm telling you what, if you are feeling like adventuring is something you want to do, there honestly, my camera shut off. But I was going to say, if you are feeling like adventuring is something that you want to do, there honestly is no better thing to do. If it is calling to you, there is a sense of empowerment, independence, just freedom, beauty. Outside is where we are supposed to be. And I know not everyone has access to the same kind of adventure, but one thing I will tell you is that, you know, I was actually just listening to a Mel Robbins, go figure, podcast this morning, and they were saying about finding your purpose and find the thing that brings you peace and joy. You will know what it is. And I honestly can say that, like, this is it for me. My soul sings when I am out here. Like, if there was a song, an audible one, it would be beautiful. Because I just find such joy being out here with the dogs and looking at the beauty. Like, let me see. Like, look at this. It's so stunning. And it's so simple. It requires very little. And that's the kind of common theme that I just keep coming back to is, You just have to do it. And the thing is you can do this by yourself. You don't need anyone to come with you. It's nice to have, you know, someone to hang out here with, but you just got to do it. Like, look at these. Just look at this beauty behind me. Big white pine. I love it. I just passed a big white birch. Where is she? See it right there? It's huge. You can watch YouTube till you're blue in the face. And if you can't get out and YouTube is all you've got, keep on watching, because there are some really awesome channels out there. But the intent for me is that you'll see it and you will be motivated to do it. Because then you're going to really see what it really has to offer. You know, I think about all of the senses when I'm out here. So it's only -11 this morning, so not that cold, but you know, the cold air in my nose when it's dark in the morning. Like the other day I got scared by 2 ruffed grouse that were roosted trail side and flew up and made my heart stop, literally. But just the cold and the crisp and the sounds, you cannot beat it. Like, it cannot be beat. There's no amount of money in the world that could be better than this. And I am so serious. You know, of course I wouldn't mind a little extra, but this is true wealth, is having power in my legs to walk this trail every morning, being able to breathe fresh air into my lungs. And there will come a day, and I'm going to get weepy here, that I can't do this anymore. And lately, I guess it's because I'm getting older, I think about that a lot. I think about the fact that I won't be able to do this forever. And so there's like this little panic button in me that's gone, maybe, I'm not going to say wasted, but you know, maybe I should have been doing a lot more of this stuff. So you should do it. Do what you can right now, because it doesn't last forever. Tomorrow is not a guarantee. And I know that sounds so freaking cliche, but I speak from experience when I tell you that time is not a guarantee. For context, for those of you who are maybe new to the channel, welcome. I don't have a ton of folks on here, but my dad was one of the healthiest human beings I ever knew. He was so physically active every day, ate well, slept well, worked hard, and I never would have imagined that he, you know, wouldn't live till he was 90 or 100 years old. But he was diagnosed with ALS, I think, in 2016 and was gone by 2017. And he lived till he was 70. Luckily, had a number of good years in retirement. But 70 is not a lot of time. And so, yeah, get out there, go to an adventure show, learn from the professionals, do what it is you are dreaming of, especially if it's adventure, because you won't be sorry. You will not be sorry. Anyways, there's my motivation for this Saturday morning. So whatever it is that you want to do, if you want to snowshoe, if you want to hike, if you want to bike, if you want to fish, if you want to hunt, if you want to homestead, if you want to canoe camp, whatever it is, you can do it. You must do it. You will regret not doing it. I promise. And so get out there, hopefully we'll see you at the Outdoor Adventure Show in Toronto if you're local or close. It would be cool to meet some people. I know I'll see some people there that I know, or that I want to meet, but hope to see you there. Let's adventure together.